Dear Maya, yesterday morning my bags disappeared in the vastness of the Oaxacan forests. Silas and I went to paint an abandoned wall, and we stupidly left our backpacks on a small path that led up to the wall. When we got back, they were gone. We rang at locals' huts asking for mochila grande de color negro con un llavero de un perezosa rosa. On my way to the fourth hut, I physically collapsed, hands to the soil, sunken in tears, in sharp breath. I realized I had lost all of my writing, 4 months of songs, poetry, and diary entries now dumped in someone's trash can. Everyone in the village helped us, but no signs of it. People have been telling me to take it as a fresh start, which sounds violent in optimism to me. Losing my pages feels like I lost proof that I have seen the world, like I lost my ability to witness my own life. Hey Maya, thought I'd give you an update on the whole bag situation. I bought some clothes at the second-hand store in Puerto Escondido, and now I travel with a bright orange canvas grocery bag. I have been trying to write, but it feels so hard, so I'm just trying to enjoy my last month here as much as possible. I'll write you a letter when I settle back home. Lots of love, always, Mel. 25th of April 2025. Hey Maya, life has become rather mundane, especially in comparison to the last 3 months. I've been slightly stuck in a routine of making music in the morning and working at the hotel in the afternoons and evenings. Writing has become strangely inaccessible. Words feel distant, like reconstructions rather than experiences. I'm trying to remember what I lived through while traveling, but it sounds so flat. I can list events, but it lacks texture, sensations, immediacy. I don't know if I'll be able to release music anytime soon. I hope you're well. Love you, Amel. October 18, 2025. Hey there. I haven't been great with letters, I'm sorry. My first month in London is so busy. You did warn me. Classes are great. One of the most interesting modules is called the Creative Laboratory, which is basically about the philosophy of creativity. You would love it. One thing we discussed recently was the familiar and the strange. It really moved me. Our teacher asked a simple question. What has happened to our ability to see, hear, and sense the world around us? We quickly moved through the slides, but my mind was stuck on it for days. In fact, the question follows me around the city. London feels like a city running on autopilot. It's so different from New Mexico. People live for themselves in a very mechanical way. That numbness we build to survive in the urban metropolis is what George Simmel calls the blasé attitude. The blasé attitude is a mechanism we build to protect ourselves from the flaws and chaos of human life and urban life. But I'm starting to get really frustrated with it. It seems to me that nothing grabs people's attention anymore. We have become so indifferent to what happens in the physical world. In Josh Berg's book, An Attempt of Exhausting a Place in Paris, which is objectively boring but extremely interesting to me, the author notes down what goes unnoticed: trajectories of buses, colours of cars, objects held in hand. It is written like a stream of someone's eyes paying attention to the outside world. He makes observation become a creative act, a resistance to automatism. I wish I could be in Albuquerque with you, eating chili rellenos and hiking up north. Love you masses. Amel. November the 13th, 2025. Hey Maya, I'm writing to you in the Surfside Cafe on the beach in Wales. It feels amazing to get some pure air. Since I last wrote to you, I have been on a creative roll. I feel full of life and inspiration. I'm reading more about Semel, Perec, and Shklovsky, and it made me realize a lot. I used to think that creativity could happen in a room confined by 4 walls, that I could write endless pages on what happened outside while staying inside. Now I realize how absurd it is. I can't write about London's depressing tubes if I don't physically witness it. It would feel like a student summarizing a book they haven't actually read. The main point is there, but all the sensitivity, the subtlety is gone. I'm starting to understand why writing became impossible after my bags were stalling. I was trying to recall the past rather than encounter something new. I imagined creativity as something internal, something stored in me. Shklovsky's idea of defamiliarization helped me articulate this change. Habit dulls perception, and when places stop provoking emotions, creation stagnates. He argues that art exists to make the familiar strange again. Creativity then doesn't come from storing experiences, but from disrupting automatisms. My way of creating is very inspired now by mixing Perek's attention to the mundane and Shklovsky's defamiliarization. I first started by writing poetry in spaces I encountered every day. So here's a small passage of one of the poems I wrote on the Elizabeth line. Heads perched above phones like vultures smelling carrion, vulgar chaos, screeching from who knows what vapid content, brain fog. Let me know how your internship is going. Sounds really interesting. I miss your presence. December 17th, 2025. Hey Maya, creating through observation is more political than I thought. Once you begin paying attention to small things, you notice so much more about the world we live in. Being in London made me familiar with hostile architecture. It's everywhere around us, and yet people are blind to it. From metal spikes to slanted surfaces, the structures are built to shoo homeless people away. People easily move past it with Semel's blasé attitude. In this case, familiarity with space not only numbs sensation but also empathy. If I can make art that triggers defamiliarization, then I can provoke people to pay attention to unnoticed things. I recently made a documentary where strangers were asked to try laying down on the hostile structure. By making it the theme of my film, I exposed the silent violence behind it. You can watch it on YouTube if you search Come Sit But Don't Stay, a short documentary on hostile architecture. I'd love to know what you think about it. I can't wait to create with these new practices and intentions. If I feel stuck, I should simply go outside with fresh eyes, a notebook, and write about London's chaos. Lots and lots of love, always, Mel.
Mais c'est quoi ça?
C'est mon appareil photo.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu fais avec?
Je l'ai reçu l'année passée, je te filme.
Ah, tu peux prendre des films?
Ouais.
Oh mon Dieu, je savais pas. Je croyais que tu prenais que des photos, moi.